The three primary goals of Better Beginnings, Better Futures are to reduce the incidence of serious long-term emotional and behavioral problems in children, to promote the optimal social, emotional, behavioral, and cognitive development of these children, and to strengthen the abilities of communities to respond effectively to the needs of children and their families.
You know, they really needed places for kids to be early in the morning before school started and then again after school. So out of that, you know, came our early bird and after school programs.
The way they're doing things for the children, like the breakfast club, the lunch program, the donations that we get for their clothing, shoes, and all those things. So I think this is very good that's being done here, and I've not seen such a thing being happening at any other school I've been at.
The development of a child cannot take place just within the umbrella of a family unit, you know, the ecological way of looking at it. The child being a member of a family, the family being a member of the community. You have to have multiple entry points.
There was programs here for children, you know, and they were all free. And if you needed to attend a meeting, the childcare was right here on site. It was a very, very smooth transition. They wanted you to be here. They provided everything they possibly could to meet your needs.
Based on a review of research and best practices, it has been recognized that the programs offered at each site must be comprehensive, be universally accessible to all children in the community, be several years in duration, be of high quality, carefully planned, staffed by competent and committed individuals, with the safety, security, and development of the children being the primary considerations, and attend not only to the child, but to family and community in which the child and family live.
J'aimais le fait qu'il était très impliqué au niveau des familles, au niveau des enfants, et puis de l'école, que tout le monde travaillait comme une équipe ensemble pour le bien-être des enfants.
We need to realize that when we're involved with children and youth that we are making investments, and they are very serious investments, and that the return on that investment goes much beyond the children and youth that we're working with, because there is then a benefit to the larger society, is we're creating really a citizenry that will be capable, that will be healthy, that will be able to, you know, work, have jobs.
It's important for Better Beginnings to have a multitude of programs, because when you're working with a community, you have to be able to serve everyone in that community.
Should be high quality programs, and it's better to run fewer high quality programs than to run many low quality programs. And this is a big deal in high risk neighborhoods.
There are 4 types of programs and activities at the Better Beginnings sites: child and family-focused programs, in-school programs, family-focused programs, and community development programs and activities. Child and parent-focused activities include home visiting, toy lending libraries, parent-child drop-ins, and before and after school activities.
Nobody's perfect. It's a program for young parents with children from age 0 to age 5. And it's a program for isolated parents. Also, the public health nurses, they are here able to answer all the questions pertaining to illnesses, stress, all these things.
In-school programs include having enrichment workers assisting children in the classroom.
Je travaille souvent pour rattraper les jeunes qui ont de la difficulté en lecture ou en mathématiques, même en écriture. C'est surprenant, les jeunes qui ont beaucoup de difficultés avec la motricité fine.
And nutrition programs, such as school breakfasts, lunches, and snacks.
The reason that I think that that's really important, specifically as a snack program, is that it feeds over 1,000 kids a day. And the breakfast program is very important as well, because we have about 60 to 120 kids that show up, who most of them would show up without having breakfast if they didn't get breakfast at the breakfast club. And I mean, I think we all know
that kids who come to school with a hungry belly can't focus on their schoolwork, and it fits into a bunch of other things like behavior problems and feeling easily distracted, etc., etc.
My favorite thing about Breakfast Club is that all the food, they have different variety of foods that give lots of nutrients to you. And then after you're done that nice breakfast, you can go play and have some fun with games. That's why I like Breakfast Club.
One of the best programs, that, in my opinion, that you do is the enrichment program over the summer, where the kids come in and they get 2 weeks of basically kindergarten in the summer, so they can deal with all those transition things, the separation and everything.
De faire un lien entre l'école aussi, puis eux autres, les parents, parce que souvent les parents ont une difficulté à approcher la direction ou les enseignants, ils se sentent intimidés, puis tout ça. Alors pour nous, c'était de faire le lien avec ça, puis aussi de leur faire connaître tous les programmes et les services qu'ils peuvent avoir pour la famille.
If there wasn't the preteen program, I'd be staying home alone. I'd be sitting at home watching TV. There's a lot of fun. You can go outside, you can go downstairs, you can go in the Wii room.
I think it's awesome to have Better Beginnings, Better Futures in our school, to have that support and always having the culture aspect always present.
Parent-focused programs include parent groups, which meet to learn about things such as child management and family nutrition, or just to have fun, as well as for more structured workshops or courses on topics like parenting or leadership.
Some of the most important programs for our families and children are drop-in programs. Like they come in the morning with their parents and caregivers, and we have activities for the children. Us as a staff and the parents are co-learning with the kids.
Our staff that we have here in the Centre des Amis are very creative. They try to implement a lot of physical activities, good nutrition, music, arts and crafts, singing, a lot of artistic things. So the kids learn a lot here and they have a great time while they're here at Better Beginnings.
Community activities include events like community breakfasts and holiday celebrations, planting a community garden, and advocating for improvements such as crosswalks and street lighting to make the community a safer place.
There's been a lot of connections made, a lot of young people that we have now, the children we have in our programs. Their parents were in our programs.
I find most of the friends I have now I got while I was in this program. And you know, without programs like this, I mean, it would be a shame because kids wouldn't really have time to make those connections with their lifelong friends.
All of these programs are developed in collaboration with parents and community residents.
Starting up a Better Beginnings, Better Futures program somewhere else in Canada, I would say to them that it's important to get the community involved and to find and ask the community themselves, you know, what they think they need.
It truly takes an entire community to raise a child.
Chantal et moi, nous avons participé à un programme pour l'inclusion du père dans le développement de l'enfant. Alors, au mois de janvier, on anticipe partir ce programme-là.
Il y a eu les parties de Noël, il y a eu des choses de pyjama, on a fait les clowns, on a fait, hein? Le camp familial, mon Dieu, le camp familial.
Inevitably, there are challenges that projects like Better Beginnings, Better Futures encounter when working to develop new programs. These include locating space and resources for the programs, hiring and training staff, and dealing with diverse cultural and language groups. The experiences of developing programs for Better Beginnings have resulted in some important lessons about how to create programs that are both popular and effective.
My first impressions of Better Beginnings was that it was a happy place. The children were laughing, the children were playing together, there was activities going on all of the time. The children just loved it there.